I'm so excited to talk about this because I know it's going to be beneficial for so many women. As you probably gathered, we're going to talk about dating advice for anxious women. I want to make sure that I let you know that if you find this video helpful, please don't forget to share it with somebody that is going to benefit from hearing this, and consider subscribing to my channel if you want me to post more videos like this one. And if you like this video, also please do let me know. Thank you so much for doing that. I genuinely really appreciate it. This video has a special place for me in my heart because just like you, I had anxious attachment pretty much my whole life, and just recently in the past 2-3 years, I've really took the time to understand why I think the way I do, why certain things keep happening in my marriage, because I am married, yes, for 7 years now, and I started deep diving into psychology, understanding people, and I came across attachment theory, which made total sense to me. And so I want to bring all of that to you so that you can benefit too, so that you can live the love life that you deserve, that you want, because you are definitely worth it. And I can understand you like no other because I went through all of it just like you, and I'm now on the other side, and I know what the mistakes are, what not to do, how you can help yourself, and avoid attracting the wrong type of person. So let's get right into it. First, I want you to know that there is nothing wrong with being anxiously attached. I know that this is such a big topic right now and everybody's talking about it, and there's a lot to be said, but there's nothing wrong with being anxiously attached to a person. There's actually a lot of benefits and lovely things about anxious attachment styles, but there are also things that are kind of detriment to us ourselves that you might have experienced in the past in your romantic connections that are actually triggering some of the pain that you have that is specifically linked to your attachment style. So I want to help you alleviate some of those struggles and make sure that you're experiencing pure bliss. It's up to you to decide who you're compatible with, who you're going to live your life with, and how to get the most out of your experience. So if you want to attract another anxious person to yourself, this might be a highly compatible match, and you will know that this person is right for you based on both of you being together, attached at the hip all of the time. If that is something you enjoy and you want, look for another anxious attachment person, and you will know that they're anxiously attached because they're doing the same things you are. They're going to be very expressive. Obviously, as a general rule in dating, you need to make it past like the 6 to 8 month mark to even really see the person's actual personality. So if you're starting to pick up on some red flags, they're trying to avoid you and they're trying to be inaccessible to you, that should be your sign that this person is not for you. Again, this is if you are looking for another anxious partner to be your mate. Pay attention to the way that the person makes you feel. Pay attention to whether or not their words align with their actions and what they prioritize based on their actions instead of their words. This is going to be a general rule for whatever attachment style you are looking to date or settle down with. You need to make sure that the person that you are going to attach yourself to doesn't cause you to doubt them in any way, like with some red flag behavior. If you're looking to attract a secure person to yourself, you will need to do a little bit of fixing up with some of your anxious habits in order to attract another secure person, because secure people, they kind of value similarly their individual time and their time within the relationship. So to them, it's kind of like a 50-50 type of thing. And they want to sometimes spend time alone or with their friends, and the other half of the time with you and connecting with you, doing things with you. If you're going to display too much of your anxious attachment in a relationship with a secure person, that could cause them to flee the relationship prematurely. And I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, no, that's the avoidant. No, it's not. Let me explain. So if you're in a relationship with an avoidant partner and that is something that you want to avoid, you don't want to end up with this person, you don't want to be in the anxious avoidant trap. And I have another video about this linked in the description box below. It is called The Anxious Avoidant Trap. So I highly recommend you watch that. Unlike the secure person, the avoidant person is going to make excuses for not seeing you. They are going to make excuses as to why they can't be with you, but most likely they won't end that relationship. They're more likely to cheat on you or tell little white lies or have inconsistencies than they are to leave that relationship like a secure person would. So you need to be very mindful about what's going on in that relationship as you're dating and getting to know this person. And you need to be observing, gathering information. And I would strongly encourage you not to romanticize everything about that person. I also want to talk about some of our vulnerabilities as a group because we recognize that we are anxiously attached. Unfortunately, one of the bigger things that happens with our attachment style is that we become a perfect victim to people that are unhealthy for us in the long run, like people that can abuse you or manipulate you or exploit your empathy for humanity, for your partner, and really use that to their advantage while leaving you brokenhearted. So if you're an anxious attachment style and you are out there in the dating scene, you need to dial back your empathy just a little bit. I'm not saying to be cold and heartless and inauthentic to who you are, but you do need to be hypersensitive about whether someone is telling you something because they genuinely have this concern that they want to share with you, or if they're really just trying to pull your empathy strings. Another vulnerability that a lot of anxious attachment people have is the fact that you develop an attachment to that person, and so you feel kind of obligated or you feel like you need to be there for everybody when in fact you don't, and the only person that you need to worry about is you. Especially when there are a lot of lines that are being crossed in a relationship or things that are a lot of like gray area, make sure that you are prioritizing yourself just like a secure person would be. And lastly, if I could give you one more piece of advice, I would just want to say that being self-aware is the most beautiful thing that you can be and do for yourself. The fact that you're able to see yourself as you are, understand what it is that you want out of a romantic connection, that all of that is perfect for you. Don't overthink dating. Don't take things too seriously. Don't set the expectations for commitment too early. What is meant for you will not pass you by, and if it is what your heart desires, you should have it. You will have it. But you need to be your best advocate and your guide in this life, and be able to trust yourself that you will do the right thing, and you will have the intuition to understand what is right for you. Before I let you go, I wanted to let you know if you're looking to build secure habits, I have a program available that is listed in the description box below. I highly recommend that you check it out because listening to an audio file for 15 minutes a day or watching the videos is going to completely change your life. So if you feel called to check that out, please do. I want to wish you all of the love in your love life. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.